Hello there and good evening. Welcome to today's stream. I'm a couple minutes late. I'm sorry for that, but this is hello. What's going on, game? Oh, okay, this is why. Hello, good evening. Happy Friday. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're having a good time. And we are finally back in the stream. I have, as I said last time, my headphones resolved. Finally, the issue is resolved, and they are doing what they should do. I still highly recommend these headphones. In case you haven't noticed, I got them from Donnergitish, and I have there. There you go. I got the box. So we get that out of the way. Hold on. There we have it. Oh, hold on. Actually, can you hear me even? Wait. That should be. Oh my god, that's a little too loud. Is this good? Like my LED here on the microphone is not working somehow, but I do see in the settings there is at least a little bit of a leveling going up and down when I talk. Let's just might actually do I need to put that a little louder? I don't know, maybe something like that. Anyhows, this is the headphone I'm using. Well, they can see that. Hey Rudy, I can hear you well. Okay, road dashing, thank you therefore. I got this. This was sent to me. I got this as a little sponsor thing to maybe kick off a sponsorship with the wonderful Logitech, and that would be fantastic as I'm a real Logitech fanboy from hour one. I've also got this mouse over here. I used to having the MX 518, the original, not the legendary, the original from over 17 years ago. And that worked until last year. That was kind of crazy. Anyhow, good evening to all of you who are already in. So this is, who can I see? I can see Chris K. I can see all my bots. Teddy BBB. I can see Row Dashing and everyone else who is joining us. Welcome on in. Ricky Ventura Official. Good evening to you as well. Let me get a sip of my water. So yeah, we are doing the Flatride bit again, and I have the feeling we are going to start with Grogu. Just to remind you, whoops, that's the wrong one. We're going to start with this scene over here. I'm just gonna zoom that all the way in. So this is the little Grogu sitting basically in a typical kind of Yoda pose, like a, what is that, meditating pose, I assume that is. I guess in order to achieve that, we have to kind of build Grogu from the ground up, and he's gonna be sitting on this part over here, on these logs kind of areas here. And I'm not sure about you guys, but I think the stream is very well right now. I noticed that already last time. I noticed that in the last couple of streams as well. Can we quickly talk about, I have the feeling Frontier did something about the textures. These stone textures and stuff, they look a lot more crisp and clear to me. Like, I don't know what it is. Do you know what I mean? Like, if we look at them, they just look so much more sharp and crisp and clear. And that goes not only about these things, but like a lot of things. Like if we look at this bark, for example, over here, like from the, and this is even a fairy tale fence. This is not one of the new ones. So there's a lot of things I noticed seemingly a little bit sharper than they used to being before. Also, these kind of flexicolor rocks over here, they look way more crispy and way more like almost as if they finally have like a 2K or 4K texture on them, which 100% wasn't the case before. Like I was like looking at these things when I was taking the footage for my video. The same goes about trees. Like look at the trees and the leaves and stuff if we focus on them. Not sure if you remember, yes, Dr. Sprinkles. I do, back from the Planet Zoo days. How are you doing? I'm doing very well. What about you, Björn? Dr. Sprinkles, of course I do. I mean, I'm old. I'm not that old, but I'm old. But yeah, just to confirm, do you guys see that as well, or is it just me? Like, I have seen that recently, like, especially with these, like, okay, I mean, this is a random, how's it called? This is kind of the weird texture that is going with the rotation, but like on top of it over here, it's all so much more crisp. I don't know what exactly that is, but I feel like they have done something about this. They've really upped the quality and textures. Yeah, I just noticed that lately, and I was like, okay, am I the only one who noticed that? Like also, I mean, these ones are kind of like yeah, whatever. They just kind of get smashed to each other if you go too close. But overall, the rest looks like, if we look at these things, it just looks more clear and more crisp, and yeah, just in general. That's at least what I've found this to be. Okay. Anyways, let's quickly start. I'm just gonna quickly change my recording settings. I don't wanna record in way too high resolution and blah blah, or like FPS, I should say. It's like normally sometimes I just forget to change my settings, and yeah, it's been a little while that just sorry. Forgot my shoes over here. Got some cool little feet here. my camel hoofs got a little bit cold, so I was looking for those. Great to hear. I'm doing good as well. Ah, okay, awesome. Are you looking forward to Planet Zoo 2 this year? Hopefully, if we ever get news. I mean, we are all, I guess, assuming that it's going to be the 6th of June when that little thing is going to happen. But yeah, so I'm really curious. Okay, let's quickly do this. I'm willing to just use a couple of things over here to make our friend Grogu, and I'm just going to try to make myself like a little platform to see the size of it. So we're going to start with this, and let's just also get this to the back, I guess, somehow. Whoops, I don't know. Yeah, don't mind me. Just gonna quickly create a group. That's all I wanted to do. So I'm just gonna quickly create a group, and then do we have 2 now of these? No, okay, never mind. So what we're gonna do is we have to get in a couple of, oh my god, of these things, and I want to see how small I can get them. So oops. Oh, where's, okay, this is odd. Why is some of these pieces is just a nightmare. I'm gonna not use this because, okay, this one stays on the ground, which is kind of okay. It's almost like, not sure why the central point of these things is just different every now and then. It doesn't have any. Jennifer, there's a lot of complaints on the Unlock server about updates bringing more bugs than fixes. You mean in this game, actually, or not? Because, like, I'm always confused. I remember back in the day that Lady and I were always talking about this game, or like the Frontier games in general, and it was always so apparent that there were like so crazy individual issues. Like it's always been a little bit stressful, but like never been that bad, you know? Hey there, Mr. Kane. And I honestly have to admit, I don't really have that many bugs anyway. So it's a bit of an odd situation right now, because people, yeah, seemingly seem to be complaining about so many bugs. And I do see this in my comments all the way, and I try to replicate these bugs, and I just cannot. I just cannot replicate these bugs, and this is like always so weird, I guess, at the end of the day. And it's not, I'm not saying they don't have these bugs, don't get me wrong. I'm saying that this game is so individual when it comes to bugs that I'm like always confused. And I also wanted to create my own tags in a way. Or is this possible by now? No, it's not. You know what? I forgot to put my little cushion back in. My neck over here is, I do have some neck issues at the moment. Anyway, so I need to bring back the cushion. Give me a second. I'm just gonna quickly look where that is. Also, I have to change somehow. I guess I have to change my camera to make the auto lighting off, because it's just like really weird over here. Anyways, Proshak and Caffeine, thank you for the subscription. Thank you, welcome on in. And I'm gonna quickly double check. I just wanted to take off the headphones, but they are wireless now. I can't just stand up. It's so odd. I have to remember. Where is it? There it is. Better. Much better. Much better. Ooh, what's the lighting doing? What's the lighting? 10 likes on the stream. Okay, let's do this. So what we're going to look for is obviously small pieces. I do need a lot of small pieces. I don't have the better scaling mod installed yet. So is it too much scaling? Is it called? Yeah, that's the name of it. So I have to check which kind of pieces we can get. How I do remember quite a lot of pieces that go relatively small. I mean, this is not working because it's glowing all the time. I think these pieces are also kind of nice, but the problem is they are humongous, considering these are like, yeah, whatever. You know what, I'm just gonna not record me looking. But the guy who reports like the most bugs has over 3,000 hours played already. I guess that makes it easier to see bugs as well. Yeah, Jennifer, that is I mean, it's a very good work that they do this, and I cannot like respect enough how these people seem to be so involved. And I personally think it's at least as important as what we do, because when you're so deep into a game, like 3,000 hours, you potentially like the game already, right? It's not like you dislike the game. And so this is an absolutely valid complaint. And I think, you know, I can't, and I always say the same, I cannot judge the, I cannot judge really the management aspect of the game, because I rarely play it. And at the end of the day, this is not even because it's necessarily broken, it's because it's bad in a way. It doesn't really give me that much, you know, but it's always been the case. It's always been the case also in Planet Coaster 1 and in Planet Zoo. I've never finished the scenarios or whatnot, so that is really cool. So I'm really happy about these people doing a very important work for us, checking out all these things. And in case if you're wondering if I'm not watching too much into the camera, that's exactly what I meant with my neck. I would need to put the camera down a little, or I need to sit a little higher, but I can't. I mean, I could try to sit a tiny bit higher. Thank you for the likes on the stream. Okay, that's the highest I can get, because otherwise I don't fit below the desk. So that's what it is. That's what it is. It's kind of hard to find what we can use. I mean, we are trying to attempt Grogu, and I'm willing to say that I hope that we can maybe use these claws over here, because necessarily these would be kind of working and would have looked very good. But considering, I mean, he's got relatively big paws, right? But they're like too long in the way. Like, I kind of hope we could use that, but it's definitely not going to be working. Okay, so wait, hold on. Are we building an arcade? Are we going to continue in the last stream? So sorry with the stream. Never mind, I saw the title. Like we say in German, who can read this clearly in the... Yeah, exactly. But to be fair, I changed the title of the stream like 2 minutes prior to the stream, because I forgot to do it before. So it's not... Maybe if you have seen that earlier, you may think that that was something else. Okay, that is too biggy. I'm not even sure if that's the best technique, by the way, to throw all these things down and then make them all that tiny. But I think that's the only way I can do right now that I do know of is working. So I know that these pieces are all relatively tiny over here. So, okay. Okay, this is still one of these other things. That's fine. There are like a couple of cones. Okay, this one is way too big. What about this kind of confetti bonbon? This could be a kind of cool... This looks kind of like the body shape when we have this clothing thingy on him. So that is fine. But it ended up him having uninstalled the game, cause debugs are game breaking, and Frontier's too lazy to fix the game in his eyes. I mean, it depends, like, what is game breaking? It always depends, in my opinion, what exactly you are doing and what you consider game breaking. And I cannot judge it until I would technically know exactly what's meant. That one could be too big, but I like this. I like the texture on that one too. These confetti pieces and stuff, they are always like super good. I wish they were able to be scaled smaller than 50%. I don't really get that, why you couldn't. Oh my god. A macaron for... that would be... Like a macaron would have been so fun for Grogu. But this one over here looks like to be maybe a very good headpiece. Like a base for the head. I don't know. We could check out. Is this one... is technically... that is too big. I wish that was smaller, but it's not. Am I the only one who thinks that the music is too loud? What? I barely even hear that. Okay. I can put it lower if you wanted to. Hold on. Let's say 80%. Tell me if that's better. I just lowered that down for you guys a little, because I barely even hear that. So I would have said that. But personally, I haven't had any annoying bugs so far in the game. But I haven't even. I mean, I personally have to say, the way I play the game, and this might actually not be the way how the majority plays, but I hear it very clearly, or Or I did until now. Okay. That is rough. As a developer, I would love to get extra feedback on bugs, and I hope they will pick them up. I mean, 3,000 bugs, obviously, or more than that, or whatever, is quite the number to, first of all, get into. And if they're all individual, which is always kind of my... At least my knowledge is that they are super individual for many pieces. You know, some bugs depend on the system and whatnot. This is obviously a little harsh situation for them. So this is proper clothing. Wait, is that already the... Oh my god, how small can you get this thing? That's amazing. How small does this get? Yeah, it's not the best. I know that thing over here can get smaller as well. What about this one? That is too biggy. This one is small. Okay, cool. That one is too big, and that one is also kind of nice. Yeah, even though, let's do it with the other things, I guess. Okay, so, Actually, what we could do is we can bring ourselves Grogu in the game as a billboard. I'm too lazy to always look up for something else. I'm just going to put ourselves like a screen in here. And I'm actually going to use a lit one. Which one? The projection screen 4 meter lit. Let's do it that one. Just gonna place that here. Let me just quickly grab a photo of Grogu, because I am willing to build a very nice little figure of Grogu. I think this is a... I gotta find a fairly decent image of him. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That is a perfect one. So let's do that. Frontier Development, Planet Coaster 2, and we're gonna drop that thing in here. Star Wars Grogu. So let's just quickly do that, and oops, change the image, custom image, refresh. It's so good. Like, these are the things that they have done, and no one actually noticed that, I guess, because like you can search now for stuff in the billboards, which never was the case before, and I'm just so thankful for that. I'm just so thankful. Anyways, the way you play the game is you don't. You build in the game 98% of the time. You have yeah, well, that's true. But still, like, I obviously try to get everything to run and so on, and always kind of it works, you know. And I've played challenge mode as for testing myself, and I didn't kind of meet any kind of issues other than that I still find money way too powerful. But that's like a Frontier game issue. It always has been. So yeah. Okay, anyhow, what I want to do is I'm just going to bring this thing up here. This is kind of our comparison. And this is the, I mean, the size obviously is a bit of a problem. So I would technically need to scale you down. Let's see if we can scale this down until it makes sense next to the woman. Is that kind of a Grogu scale in comparison? I think it kind of is, right? Is that the scale? How small or how big would Grogu need to be? Let's do it as small as we can get the billboard, and that should be fine. I mean, if he stands on the ground relatively, I think that works. Okay, let's put him all the way here in the back. And I'm just going to try to build this thing after Grogu. So what I said earlier, and this is, I guess, like this piece, for example, over here, is like, as I said, this is kind of not working because the head is definitely not being that way. But as a corpse, that works pretty fine indeed. So this is going to be Grogu corpse, you know? It's going to be here. And I'm already willing to, like, this is obviously, the colors don't really come through nicely. This definitely has to be like a Grogu kind of green, which is that, I guess. Let's go for a green like that. Hello there, how are you doing? Grogu lesson? Yeah, I'm doing a Grogu lesson right now. But I'm still willing to check up for more pieces before we can actually start building. Also have to see what we do for the hands and fingers and stuff, because these pieces are still not really the size I want to go to. Like, I would have loved them to be that one over here is good, I guess. You know, if we, yeah, that will be good for the hands. And I mean, for the head, I could definitely already use a platform to make sure that we can build the head whole thing as like a mirror thing. And then I will... Oh, wait, hold on. If I do this as a mirror... I can solve that. That's fine. So we can already type in platform. And we're going to use the rotational one. And then I'm just going to put that in here. This is something This is something we are going to use just to make the head work. I'm just going to bring this down already. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. How's everyone doing in the chat, by the way? Who is there? Let's give me a little hands up for those who are there. I've seen Osterfey coming in. Hello to you as well. Give me a little poke. Who's in, so I can say hello to you. Money is OP in nearly every management game. It either solves every problem or is so slow and easy balance. Money management is already a thing in the games and in life. True. In life, it's non-existent anymore. So, also, Kane. Can you just please appreciate, look at that. I mean, we are not even half an hour in, and I'm already building. And already, I mean, at the moment, I'm putting down pieces, but I'm still doing. So please. Also, Korai Heka, good evening to you. Hello. I was thinking maybe that the clay pieces could be helpful in a way. Yeah, well, this is maybe too big, actually. What about this one? Too big. What about this one? Too big. Too big. Too big. Too big. Too big. Ah, dang it. Because they're like so organic, but they don't work. Jesus. Good evening, Chris. Hello. How you doing? I am willing to just look for further small pieces. It is a little bit annoying. I need more small pieces in this game, or I need better scaling. And I'm just like these pieces, just the clay pieces. They're like, you're making progress. There's no TED Talk yet. Exactly. You haven't given me a topic for a TED Talk. I did my video today. Zoof, good evening. Oh, you're lurking together with us and preparing to suffer again for the next Planet Zoo video. You know what I mean? You know. Welcome to the Suffer Club. Yeah. It's kind of hilarious. It is kind of hilarious, but it is the way it is. I think when we finally get news from Fred C. Johansson. Good evening good evening to Norway. Hello. Greetings to Norway. It's kind of hilarious, but I'm just so much waiting for an updates for Planet Zoo. Yeah, Planet Zoo. That's that. How small can I get these things? Okay, they can be rather helpful. Is there anything else? I mean, these things have a terrible LOD. That's my main gripe I have with these pieces. They have like a freaking terrible LOD. You can really not use them for many things, but it's fine. It's really, I just really genuinely hate that. You can do many things with these pieces. They can be of good help either way, but yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. The spider thingy is too big as well. Ah, the gingerbread is, again, very nice texture. Way too big. Way too big. What about these kind of things? Nah. Just, they don't really fit anything. It needs to be somewhat organic, you know. These kind of art-shaped pieces always go fine, but we would need to have something more organic. I'm still hoping for something more organic. These caps, unfortunately, they are not flexi-color, but at least they're green. So maybe we can do something with this one thing over here. That crap over here is all not really good. 15 likes on the stream. Thank you guys so much. Friday evening. I thought it's gonna be more people actually. I'm a little surprised that we're not more people in the stream quite yet. It's a bit of an empty chat. I thought it's gonna be more, but who knows? Maybe the later it goes today on a Friday, we'll get more people in. I don't know. I tried to go for Friday now. It's just in general. I also, maybe you guys can help out how to improve that situation. I thought we would be more, but like after the first couple streams that were really decent, the last streams always got lesser and lesser people in. So maybe if it's not engaging enough for you guys, let me know what you would need to have the streams more engaging, because honestly I do this to grow the whole thing again a bit, and if that's not the case, oh, I didn't ping. Oh, you're right. That is actually a good point, Kane. I'm sorry. Hold on. Where's Discord gone? There's Discord gone. That is a good point. I need to get better with that. I need to get better. We are live. I definitely have to tell people that they should join the Discord more, to be able to have just one source of truth, and so it's like sharing everywhere. Everything is just so annoying, and I I would actually need someone to doing that for me. I need an employee for that. Oh god. If I were ever so successful that someone would do that for me. Just like, yeah, I would be the perfect person for a PA, honestly. That would make my life. I would, if I had too much money, I would, that's the one single kind of rich guy situation I would do. I would have a PA, and that PA would be paid as good as I am. Like, honestly, that person shall have enough money for buying themselves a freaking Ferrari or so. But that would be the best thing ever. Like, a PA would be great. Yeah, apples. But what shall we do with apples? Nothing, right? Yeah, if it's not gonna work, we have to scale up the whole thing a little bit. As I said, I want to scale it up anyways a tad bit, so to make it a bit oversized would be good, but nevertheless, I am willing now to find more small pieces that look organic. It's harder than I thought. It is harder than I thought it's gonna be. Nah, I mean, we already would have enough pieces to get stuff started, but like especially with the ears and stuff, I would love to have something else, something thinner, and I don't know, maybe there are pieces. It's kind of tedious. You have 2 PAs, you just need to let them age up, and yeah, true that, Kane, true that. Yeah, they need to age up a bit quicker. They don't really just. I mean, and they are paid. They are paid better than I am. Yeah, you're right. I have 2 PAs. You're right. At least in terms of how much money they cost me. Absolutely, they are. The question is, would people love to see me playing Planet Zoo, actually? Is there the will that we have a special stream where we do scenarios or so, or like a challenge mode of some sort? I would love to know if you guys are interested to see me play the game, actually. I know it sounds hilarious, but like maybe you guys have a certain will to make me suffer. I don't know. Happy Friday, Broken Riri. Good evening to you. Hello. Why is your Riri broken? Tell me. Also, meow 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 2831. How are you doing? And if I do pronounce your names wrong, well, that's that. I cannot do better. Yeah, no, that's size-wise perfectly fine. Jeeks. We need smaller pieces in this game. Look at the... Oh, here's the poking hand again. Oh, we did not do this with the poking hand. We did... But now we have an actual poking hand. But it's not aligned... Oh my god, we've got the Italian hand. The Italian hand. Or we could make the Italian hand with that, like... It would need to be more like... Can we just fake an Italian hand? Wait, hold on. Somewhat like that. Just like... Sorry, I'm getting distracted again, but like, way, the Italian hand. We could make the Italian hand work. Like, if I ever do make an Italian theme, it's gonna be the Italian hand. I'm always down for Planet Zoo, but only if you're enjoying it. Yeah, and I'm not really enjoying it too much. Lady has done fairly well with Planet Zoo challenges, but that's her. Not sure how it'd go for you. Yeah, Lady has a talent for that. Honestly, she can stay energetic and engaging for 2 hours playing these things. I just get bored, I guess, after a while. So I would need to have like a little bit more challenge here and there, you know, a bit more. I can't really put it in words. It's hard. But yeah, what I'm doing, you know, I'm trying to do a replica of Grogu because we are building a Star Wars inspired kind of Flatride area, and we already have done like the baby pod kind of forest thingy. We have our souvenir shop in the Mandalorian helmet shape. At least it's beginning to look like that. But I still need to have my little figure of Grogu. And it's... so we're just gathering pieces before I start to put them together. It's a bit of a... Looks more like a 6-7 hand. Yeah, no, 6-7, yeah. I remember that I did this joke rather early on when that joke was on. I did this in the Jurassic World Evolution video, and I still remember how crazy people were just answering to that one. It's ridiculous how long. This is one of these internet meme thingies that are hyped for way longer than they should. Like, way longer than they should. Is that like a bamboo piece? A bamboo trim? Oh, that one is good. I'm gonna keep that one. This is I don't know what exactly that is. Looks cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, we are struggling to find certain pieces in here. That could also work nicely. I'm going to keep that because it has a fairly interesting texture. How small is that one? It's too big. I would need something rather, like, is it a decal maybe what we need? But I need a small piece that is rather straight. I think it's going to be editable text that we are going to use for that. Otherwise, I have no idea what to do. I think editable text will be one of the most important things for the ears, maybe. I think the ears can be done with like editable text. It's going to be a painful thing to do, but we're going to see. Whatever you do, Planet Zoo wise, you should endeavor to finish Tiny Atoll first. I'm 100% happy with you with this sentence, Kane, because you're right. I will. I promise that, and I will. That is something people deserve to have, and also I want to do a supercut of this. The same goes with my Jurassic World 1998, this or Jurassic Park 1998, whatever. This one is also going to be finished. Absolutely, for sure. This little guy, I think the only thing we need to have is like a proper head. Then the eyes portions and stuff will be done with these little things. So yeah. Thank you for the follow, Pyramus. Wait, hold on. Primus Twitch, Twitch. I don't know. Switch platforms. Its YouTube live stream chat is a little bit broken for me. Let's say Riri is the broken because she has the tendency to be clumsy and with that hurt herself to some extent. Okay, then I'm broken too, and I guess half of the chat is broken too. So we are all broken. It's a broken chat then. Boulevard of broken chat. That's what it is. That's what it is. Can we scale that one smaller? 25 likes. Can we get the 50 likes in the first hour? We might actually be able to do this. Hey, I'm Meow Meow, but on Twitch. Okay, that's how you are. Okay, Meow Meow on Twitch. That sounds weird speaking that out loud, but I guess I know what you meant. That's like, could this be if this is like rotated? And then could that be the lower part maybe, like the front of the lower part of nah, I don't know. Anyways, nuns, is that how you can pronounce that, or is it no ends? No ends 0000. I guess it's more like no ends, right? If there's no beginning, there's no ends. Ha 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 ha. What I'm building a Flatride section inspired by Star Wars and Mandalorian and Grogu, and I'm struggling to find small pieces that we can use to assemble Grogu. I just want to get myself a palette of small pieces, and then we get going. While this thing, is this glowing? It is glowing, right? I guess it is. Let's just turn at nighttime to see. I have to, oh yeah, it's actually, oh my god, that's radioactive. Radioactive. Let's bring it back. It's so bright. Let's go back to the building pieces. Okay, so cool. Thank you. Meow Meow on Twitch. Oh no, Rudy is turning into a cat. Meow Meow. Oh my god. Is that a giant candy corn? Wait. There's a lot of candy in here. Yeah. There was a lot of candy. And there's like a lot of pieces. Oh wait. Is the nose flexicolor now? Why is this? What is even? Ah, okay, we found a bug. We found one bug finally. Glowing ears would be funny. Yeah, absolutely, but like it's super annoyingly in carrot. Yeah, but there's a lot of candy stuff in here as well. I'm just like looking for a couple of pieces, and the problem I have is there is obviously a lot of tiny pieces in the game, but I would love to make them look like, oh my god, I would love to make them look like organic in a way, because he shouldn't be too shiny. But I do think there is no real way to do that. I mean, this is kind of green. It's not really what I need. Also, I need to just have an eye on WhatsApp if my wife is about to go to bed, to say goodnight to her real quick. And maybe get a snacky, because I am hungry. Nah. We got all the pieces we need. Like, I still hate the fact that we can't make them smaller. Like, there would be so many perfect pieces in here, but it's not. Too bad. Regular crystal are perfect for the ears. Yeah, it would have been super nice. But, like, there's a lot of cool pieces in the toy box set, but they're all relatively big, as you can tell. And I'm still like, why is everything in this game, why does everything have to be too big? And this is already coming with scaling. I think at the end of the day, there is no way to not just kind of, you know, also this piece, this would be very cool as for like little arm pieces that come out of this, you know, would be nice. I mean, if I scale this thing up, it would be all so easy, but I want to get a certain size done. And I'm just like, I don't get why Frontier would always have everything so freaking, oh my, wait, that is good. Ah, that is a good piece. That's a good piece, that little rubber head, right? I just wish that piece, oh my god, that's also not too bad. What's that? Like, that's not a paint blob. That is a tiny pile of... Yeah, you know what that is. Oh my god, what is this? This looks... Yeah, no, absolutely not. But there's still... oh my god, what is this? A yo-yo? Oh, that's a yo-yo. There's a lot of tiny pieces in the game. Pulls out giant hay ball. Yeah, that's just also sometimes how it goes, right? What is this then? Ooh. This is like very pointy. Wait, can I also... like, what is FlexiColor from this piece? So you're telling me... Oh. Okay. Okay, I'm sold. That's a good piece. That's a good piece. As I said, there are some really good toy box pieces in here. Really good ones. What else do we have? This kind of head over here is too big. I think these things are mostly too big. I mean, we could use that one as a Grogu reference head. Like, yeah, done. We are done. A brown clay. Chocomousse. Yeah. Valiant. Good evening to you. Hello. I'm really curious to see. Like, that's obviously not the head shape, but like, we could obviously try to do stuff with the decals that this pack comes with, but I'm actually trying to do this myself. Do we have like a head like these? Huh. We can use this side over here. I will use that one. That one is not too bad, actually. I'm gonna keep that one in here. We have these googly eyes. No, even these can't get so small. It's kind of a weird situation over here. So that one goes small as well. I will save this group as a group of small pieces, just so I know. What the heck is this? Okay, that's a fairly nice small piece. I'm gonna do this. It's so cute. It is. I say get a better scaling mod because scaling down 30% of lens is extremely oversized. Yeah, I mean, and the mod seems to be also very stable. Like, I haven't heard too many people having issues with this, so eventually I'll get that, I guess. And there seems to also be like a hack how you can get the result even without the mod. It's just like a very tedious process to get there. Oh wait, this shoe over here, this one is, maybe I'm gonna use this for the ears. I remember Mineral has used this little toy figure shoe for basically everything he's done. So are these hands? These hands could very much help a lot with Grogu there. Let's just see if we can find anything else that is going to be helpful for like the head portion of him. As I said, we could also use these pieces here. Like I could try to just kind of, you know, create a head out of this one, even though it's like, I'm not sure if we could, like, I could imagine that if this piece, so there you go. What happens if we do it this one way? So just going to rotate this around and then just going to bring this to the other side so that this is somewhat aligned properly. I'm not sure if that should be it. And now let's get rid of the back part over here. I think this is just how I would love to have it. And then what happens if we... It's just a test, okay? What happens if I do this? I'm like wondering if this could be a very cool base. I mean, obviously a bit nicer than that. So what need to just merge this nicer in a way, you know? Nah, It looks like this would be a cool hair. Like that would be cool hair for like a figure, but that's not like where I could put like if I put the eyes on here, that would look super stupid. I think it's better to go with the classic way of using art shapes and stuff. Okay, well, it was like a little test just here. These hands are not Lego hands. Yeah, they're not Lego hands, exactly. Retro made a small object workshop kit. Oh! Are you trying all game pieces? Yes, I do. Oh, Gizmook. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna copy the code real quick here. I'm just gonna double check because that's very helpful. If the Frontier Workshop works again this time around, because last time we had this timeout for whatever reason. Seems good. Seems good. Oh my god, did I see Pokemon over there? Smallest build object kits. Ooh. Install. Install. Did that. Wait, let's go back to home and browse. What the fuck? What the... Wait, I want to go for the... yeah, I followed the creator. That's absolutely correct. What the actual F is going on here? What the fuck? Sorry, pardon my words, guys, but... oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh my god. So Devreux RX, if you ever see this stream, you are a madman. If you ever want to build any kind of figures for someone, hi, you could just DM me, okay? If you don't mind building Grogu for me. Are you kidding me? Also, like the size. Yeah, we're building Grogu, but... oh my... nah. Dragonite looks... yeah, I mean... cute, I would call it. Where's Pikachu? Where's Pikachu? Oh my god, you're kidding me. There's... oh my lord. Oh my... they actually look like them. Haven't you checked for... I mean, I have the tendency to build my stuff myself, but I will check now. I will still build it myself. Even if we find it, I will still build it myself. I still have the free will, and I still have my own inner thing. To be fair, I was looking for Pikachu because I was hoping with... like, don't get me wrong, they look good, but they're nowhere near the other ones. So Pikachu is actually a little bit behind. Team Rocket. James is insane. Jesse is okay. James is ridiculously good. Yeah, they're okay too. What about Blastoise? Yeah, really good. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to be too distracted over here. There's a Grogu there. You could see what piece they... yeah, let's see. Grogu. We listen and we don't judge. I have work to do, I guess. Yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it. But I can already tell it's normal pieces. It's good, but it's not... I mean, I see what they did. I don't even need to download. I like Maul though, but... Yeah, okay. Let's get going, guys. Let's get going. We're gonna go with the flow. I am going to put the small pieces set down. Small pieces. Small? Like that was this kind of green asset library, right? Am I stupid? Why is it not here? Let's just see. Oh, is it called tiny? No. Small? Okay. Oh, it was just mine. Okay, tiny. No. Small. Why is it not? There you go. There you go. Oh, is it on the pathway or so? Or is that like a snap edge in there? I feel like it's a snap edge in there. So characters, yeah, of course. I mean, characters make sense. Let's see if there's anything in here I want to drop over. So obviously we know all these pieces. This is the shoe. This is that. I'm just going to look for some organic pieces. We got all these. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why are these sacks? Oh my god. Why are they so small? But they are ridiculously great. Come on over, my friend. Yes, you go in here. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm just gonna copy it in. Blop. And we're just gonna use you as well. Blop. Plop. Okay, so these ones are great. The icings, yeah, we have already some of those. We mostly got all the pieces, right? This trim over here looks interesting too. No recolor, yeah. I mean, no recolor is always a problem. Wait. Hold on. I did just... Okay, so this is the decorative cloud. I'm not sure. Evening, Rudy. Check out my anti-duty watch. Yes, I will do. Let's do this before we start. I'm just going to double check if there's anything I need as for what we want to do. But I think that's all we have. We have got all these clothing pieces. These are all the support pieces. Some of these I don't use. They look good too. We've got these. Metal is not really what I want to. I think the other thing I'm going to use is the editable text then. Obviously, smallest objects kit. This is what we can go for. I mean, they also scale rather thin, but I might actually try to do this nevertheless. Okay, guys, we are going to try this. We're going to attempt Grogu, and I have my ideas how to do that. So I'm willing to do my best, but before so, I'm just going to check out R2D2. Isn't that an ear? What you mean? I did see an earpiece. Oh, we're gonna go back to that, Jonathan, if you did see one. Oh, you mean the cloud, actually. Could you see the cloud? I mean, that could be. R2D2. I'm wondering if BB-8 is also in there. Is that yours? No, that's done by Bobo. This is Captain Rogers. That should be Commando Elite. This is... Okay, let's have a look. R2D2 Mobile. This is Duom. This is not you. Let's have a look. Is this by you? No, it's not by you. Where are you? I didn't find you. Commander Elite. Or do you have another name in-game? Do you have another game? Are you Captain Rogers in-game? Are you Captain Rogers? That cloud piece could be an ear. Yeah, I know, but it's... Yeah, I mean, I can put that over, but I have, like, a left bottom. Okay, I'm gonna double check anyways. Looks good. I think, like, from the first impression, that one over here is definitely the best I can see in here. Can I search for a creator, actually? Can I look for a creator? Do I need to... Okay, I can't. Commando... Okay, this is not how I can do this. Wait. R2... Oh, actually, you know what? BB-8. I learned what Grogu is from this stream. Okay. Well, I mean, this is that, I guess. This is BB-8. Actually, Frontier could improve the preview images. They are like 2 pixels. What is this? This is like 2015 kind of vibe, isn't it? I really don't like that. I just really don't like that. Oh, my wife just sent me a message that she wants to go to bed. That's actually a good timing. Let's double check if we... Hello, phone. Can you please charge? Are you telling me that you're now also not charging on wireless? So you're fully broken now. Cool. I guess really my phone is about to die. It's super. It barely charges anymore. Okay, before I go up, let's just quickly check for that earpiece. Bottom left, you said. What was our glowing piece again? Maybe you saw, Jennifer, again, the earpiece over here. Or maybe that wing. That wing over here is also not too bad. Actually, the wing, we can just bring over the wing. The wing is kind of nice as well. Right, I'm just going to give her a message. So that she knows that I'll be there in a bit. So... do you mind checking out my GCI wooden coaster at some point? Not now, but in the future. Of course I will. Wonky Builder. I guess I have to do a backlog of things I check out. Next to the wing. Which is gone. Oh. Oh, you can even put... yeah. Jennifer, your eagle-eyed madman. That is a good piece. At least... this could be the top, and then we can put the ear below. Yes, man. That's a good catch. Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye. Goodbye. I'm gonna say good night. Well, it's kind of the same. Good night to my wife. And in the meantime, can I... that's too boring for you. I'm gonna send you... let me just save the park real quick. Project Grogu 2, 2, the German 2. I can speak German for a bit if you want. No, but just kidding. In order to give you a bit more fun, how do you process? Do you want to ride the wing coaster a little bit, or you want Big Thunder Mountain? I think Big Thunder Mountain is more fun. So just gonna give you a bit of Big Thunder Mountain riding as a experience. I'm gonna give you a little rainy Big Thunder Mountain foggy day experience. That's what you get, okay? That's what you get. Foggy day, rain, Big Thunder experience. That's what it's going to be. So. Hold on. Is this plugged in? It is. And it's... okay, well. A viewer submission to a stream at some point could be a content trial. Yes, absolutely. But Kane, do you have an idea how we can set this up? Is that like a... should we do like a proper Excel? Is there like a tool for that maybe? Could you, if you would be able to find that out, that would be lovely. Because I have no idea. I mean, certainly I will not be the first person ever to have that idea. So, so let's do normal heavy rain. There you go. And then we jump on the right, and we're gonna go into somewhere into the back, left, right. It doesn't really matter. And then let's do it that way. And hello, I'm come back. Hello, Nuance. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Okay, guys, I'll be back in a sec. I am just going to say goodnight to my wife. And then I'm going to get myself some snacks. And so it's not too boring for you. You are going to be on ride a little with the wonderful Big Thunder Mountain. Why is it unsmooth? Why is this the first thing I gotta read out in here? Have you ever been on the real one? Have you ever been on... Oops. What's that? Wait. Okay, there was actually no... where is... There you go. There we have it. So, let's put it that way. There are two different answers to that question. The first question, the first answer would be because I haven't smoothed it yet. But there is a different part of the truth in here. This is potentially the coaster I have been on the most in my life, I guess. I think I've been on this coaster... Yeah, that is not true because like I've not been that often in Disneyland compared to like Phantasialand, for example. But I've been on this coaster a lot of times, and it is rather rough. And I do admit that some parts, like that one over here or somewhere in here, they are still too rough in the end. But I will wait to fix these things till the very end. Like there are some small areas like this one over here I could still smooth, but I really want to wait until every single rock and stuff is in place to just get the feeling, you know, because some of the, if you watch the actual on rides available, you will find that the ride at some point is very harsh. It's very harsh. So it's actually intentional that it's not smoothed yet. So anyways, no hands up from Netherlands. You're from Netherlands. Broken. Sorry for the dots. Cat walked on the keyboard. Oh, and the cat walked just on one button. That's a very precise cat then, by the way. I got myself some snacks. I got these ones over here. A Giotto. And I did get them because I couldn't find anything else. So yeah, can we just get that leg out of the way again? I'm just willing to start building now. And I'm also trying to get in now, but I wonder... No, I haven't actually. Yeah, this is why... Check out POVs online. You gotta find out. It's rather rough. So I wanted to be also realistic in that sense. It's really rough. Oh, okay. I'm not sure if that one is as rough. Wait, hold on. I just want to select this piece. There you go. Deactivate it. So do I need to... Okay, let's throw a couple of pieces that I want to use for the head on here. I'm not even sure if I can do it. I would need to use a... No ends, thank you for the follow. Okay. Hold on. I'm wondering if I could use this piece. Maybe not. Or maybe this is good for the mouth or so. I'm just going to attach that already to the platform. That's good. Let's just move that out of the way. So absolutely, obviously, we will need this one. And we will need this one. The one that Jill did find. We absolutely will need this one. That's a good one too. How did you make the custom catwalks? Actually, piece by piece. Like, actually, I did do this all by hand. I used small pieces for that, like, you know, in-game plaster pieces, the most thinnest plaster pieces and stuff. Everything is custom. That took, the whole thing took already for over 100 hours. It is kind of insane, honestly. Wait, hold on. Is this? Is too big. I cannot use. It is too big. Okay, let me just grab this piece as well. This could make some of these little details here in the center. And then I'm also willing to... Yeah. Maybe this one. Okay, so the good bit is... And I'm just going to do... Wait. Hold on. There you go. Just gonna move all these pieces out of the way now. And wait, this one, for example, is wrongly aligned. Is it? Whatever, just stay there then. Okay, so come on over, all on one side now. The reason why I put them on one side is because I want to just double check if they're all perfectly mirrored. Yes, they are. Okay, that's perfect. It's good, your Giotto. Yeah, it's good. I like this quite a bit. I'm not really too much into chocolate, but this one is okay. If I keep on drinking that much, I will most certainly need some new drinks later on. Oh, wait, hold on. This one, I forgot one piece. Let's just plop that one in here too. And why is it so weirdly aligned? Or not at all? I mean, it doesn't matter, but let's bring that up here too. I'm not sure if I will use it eventually, but this is gonna be green and with mirrored as well. There you go. Okay, let's just kind of make them all already kind of Grogu green colored. I'm just going to do this once, and then I'm going to adjust that later on. But we're going to do this now. So Grogu is going to be a little bit of a challenge. So we are going to bring him up and maybe just give us a tiny bit more space. That would be it. Still in relation to the person, nice enough. Okay, I'm gonna end good old Saskia. Yeah, it's the best. Also, Jinithafafa, I just lately figured that you guys in the Netherlands, you're not as expensive anymore as you're used to being. We've been shopping on a Sunday because obviously it was always so good that you guys, you know, have opened most of the times while we don't, and so we not really used to going there too often because it's always like a crazy amount more expensive than it is over here. But oh boy, your prices have radically not decreased, but our prices have increased so much that actually it seems more cheap to go to the Netherlands now. It is hilarious. Okay, anyways, we are going to start with what is kind of the face. So I'm not going to obviously make sure that this is looking rounded. Oh my god, this is the... Oh my god, look at the scaling. Wow. So yeah, I'm gonna do it somewhat like this. Maybe a tiny bit smaller. 9%. Let's go to 8. And then so that it actually merges nicely enough. So this is basically going to be the face there. Okay, so I'm going to just send Grogu upwards a little, just so I have a bit of a nice difference to build. Okay, so this is that lower part where he is, and then let's see if I can just get in the chin. How small do we get? Okay, so this is just about that, but it's not small enough as for the chin. So I could just try to make it this way, and then just bring that in. So yeah, that's like a tiny little chin over there. That's fine. And then if we just make that a little bigger, let's say 7, and bring it. Is it sticking out to the back, by the way? Oh, I think it is. But we do need to make the head longer anyway, so that it's not too much of an issue. I'm just going to think that if I do this, yeah, that is kind of okay. So it gives that like that. The eyes also need to be kind of surrounded somehow, but that's okay. So what I will need to do is to make the head a little like thicker anyways. A bit like this should be fine. So that is that. We have to kind of make the mouth work as well, but you know, hello you. Got you in the background at work while I sort magic cards, so don't swear. You're sorting magic cards. Oh boy, that magic's time is so long gone for me, but it's always been a good memory. Always a good memory. Okay, hold on. So I'm just going to try to bring the earpiece in, just so... It's an interesting idea you had there, Jinathafafa, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work out. Like, because it's not semi-open, you know what I mean? It's like the head itself is also like too small. We gotta have to make that a little taller as well, but that's fine. Yeah, I may actually need to have a different solution for the ears. Let's just go for the feet over here. I had that in my mind as well if we go for that one. So if we are going to... Ooh, come on, come on, come on, come on. So let's just do it a little bigger. And we have to get the pointiness in a different way. But I think this could be it. No, you're beautiful. Yeah, we have to make it beautiful, but it's not quite there, obviously. How small can we get this piece? Maybe this can be together. Together forever. To get this point to the sides. I'm gonna try this. I'm not sure if it's gonna work out, but I'm going to try this. Okay, so as for the head, we need to make that obviously taller, and then also just maybe lean that a little bit more, like so. A bit more outwards. So that's that, and then we can just try to... Yeah, actually that works. It gives also in the middle that little bit of, you know, extra kind of pattern in there. Even though the ears actually will be too big then. Somewhat like that is better. Oh boy, it's gonna be so tricky to get that right. It's gonna be so tricky. Okay, so we should eyeball this a little. We actually should give this guy already a little bit of the eyeballs, so we do know where this is going. So this is going to be... I would need to do like another material, I guess, for that. I would need to have something more shiny, but the marble pieces are like too big anyways. So let's just bring them out here. And then just like this, we need to... Oh boy. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. We have to do something else about this. I do need a couple of other pieces as well. I know exactly which kind of pieces I want, but I think what we will do with this piece is we're gonna see if we can... Because I found this a good thing for the head portion. So let's see if that is working. If we do that. It looks like a bit like a rabbit now. Yeah. We can get there. We're going to get there. So I thought about maybe using this bit on both sides, and then so that it does obviously not come out to the front. I think what we got to do is we're going to move this whole picture a little bit further back. So I need to see that the whole thing from the back as well, because yeah, it's sticking out quite a bit more there. I thought that's going to be good as for like the hair pattern or so. I still kind of like the idea, but I think what I still need to do is like kind of get this sorted like this, that this little thing in the front isn't sticking out. But I mean, then the texture isn't really working. Okay, I guess what I will do eventually, I will then just try to do it this way. Let's see if I can make use of it this way. Like if I do it that way and then just always try to get this little, you know what I mean? Like a little bit of a extra pattern here. Is that working? I think it just kind of works. I just kind of like the idea. I like the idea. It just gives that extra bit of pattern to the top. Yeah, absolutely adore that. That is fantastic. Now the only question is, and I think I'm gonna get rid of these things over here. Whoops. Because I will need to make the eye areas also like be a little bit sunken in. So I first of all need something for the eye and then have to work my way around that. I think it's gonna be good, but yeah, Grogu was born to be a Yoda, but Rudy forced him to be a rabbit. We're not quite there yet, okay? Just relax. Relax before you judgy. I mean, this gets pointy if I do the ears like that, right? But this is not the ears we go for, is it? Yeah, we got to see later. Okay, but I need a couple more pieces in order to achieve what I need to achieve. So, as for that, I will need this piece. Let's put it here. I will need potentially this piece. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's good. What I'm... This might actually be too long, too much to the back, but it's okay. Geekism, you're here. Geekism is lurking, so we shouldn't swear. Or if you want to summon him, I mean, maybe you need to swear. I don't know. Who knows? Baby Yoda it is, yeah. That little nose is so cute too, right? That little nose will be so funny. But eventually, a piece I need... I don't think I put this down. Hold on. I think there's one piece I forgot to put down. Oh no, it doesn't even exist. Oh, it does. This is the piece. This is the piece I forgot. Yay. I exactly need this piece. Is that like... Yeah. There you go. That is the piece I was looking for. Because this is exactly that little piece that will be available here to... first of all, I think the first thing we're going to do is the mouth. And therefore, we will need this piece. So, let's just go here. And then we're just going to make sure that this is kind of rotated like this. And this is going to be like that little mouth of him. Just like this little look. Let's just send that more to the outside. And then just have another one. And just gonna rotate it a little bit more like so. Yeah, that is perfect because that just kind of gives that little nose effect. And now what I can do is just... I mean, the mirror option obviously does just kind of help us out a little bit like crazy, obviously, over here. So that is this like chef kiss stuff over here. Is this the smallest we can get it to? Yes, it is. Okay, well then we're gonna have to do it with this piece, but that's fine. I'm sorry for the camera work being horrendous now, but there is really no other way of doing this. So you have to kind of live through that with me. And hopefully it's not going to be too bad at the end. So we are going to just make sure that we kind of eyeball this out literally as best as we can. Because that is just like where the eye is sunken into. So, okay, I think that works very well indeed. Now... I can always do something about the back. There's no worries about this. But just, I think what will look good is if I do like another wrinkle below that thing, you know. It looks like a Smurf. We are not yet for a Smurf. Don't you worry. It's gonna look like Baby Yoda eventually. I hope at least. I really like. I think I'm good. I'm really good at building in this game. But like statues and art shapes is definitely not my strongest part in this game. Like I think there are people way more talented than me, which I guess they're generally just more talented when it comes to like figures and you know these kind of things. But yeah, I'm willing to try. I'm willing to try my best here to get the effect in as best as I can. So that looks not too bad actually, because we're going to bring this thing in because that's gonna be the eye. So the eye is going to be... Is that the smallest, by the way? Oh, it's not... I assume it might actually not be the eye. If that is it. I thought this is going to be the eye, but apparently it's not. Because, well... it looks like... Yeah, it is. It's definitely... Auntie, it's so crazy how some people are capable of really making mimics and stuff. And I remember SP Ridley doing... the absolute the most ridiculous things with these pieces, and I'm like always like, how on earth did he even remotely pull this off? Like I was really always like, that's just not possible. But he just made it work. Oops. I remember he did do some stuff for my winter. I did like this kind of winter wonderland at some point in Planet Coaster 1. And like there was no scaling obviously in the game. And he created like a full set of like villagers who did sing songs. And I don't know, they were just existing in a little village. And that was beyond crazy how good they were. He looks like he's closing his eyes. I mean, the thing is, for the final image... which is, hold on. Where is it? There you go. He absolutely has his eyes closed, as you can see. So we got to do this pose anyways at the end. But yeah. So we got to have to... See, the problem I have over here is that this, as good as it is, we have to just bring this in further so that, yeah, that is a lot better. Because the head over here is just having these kind of wrinkles. That's fine, but not more than that. So let's just try our luck here a little bit more. I think I need to just be already down here, not make him look too angry, you know? There's like a difference. Oh my god, this is gonna be... It's gonna be very hard to not make him look angry now. Let's see. I think it's working. I think we're getting there. I'm not too sad. This is looking not too bad. This is not looking bad at all. We are getting there. Like with a couple of little things, I like clicking. I like clicking too. Have you ever had a problem with making random sounds? Yeah, I guess. Oh, like clicking noises. Oh no, I didn't have that. Maybe your copy is about to explode eventually. Have you double checked if it's about to explode? Let's see if we can get these wrinkles in there that you have here. Maybe with that little sack, because I feel like it might be nice to have a bit of a difference here in the pattern. I think I'm really willing to do this. That looks good to me. So just about that, and then we're just gonna bring in another set of it here. Hold on. There we go. That's great. That is great. So now we have to do the nose, and hopefully the nose is gonna look good, because the nose is what it will sell, hopefully now. What I will have to do, let's see if I can select the right pieces, 1 and 2, because what we gotta do with this is, this has to be black as for the mouth. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. He didn't have the jaw. Oh, you mean down here? Yeah. We have to form the jaw a little bit nicer. You're absolutely right. So can we just about bring out the jaw a little bit more? And then let's just, oops. That's better, right? That's much better. That's much better. I wish also we have like these cute little baby side pieces here. We have to just about give him a little bit more cuteness here to the, what's that called? What you call that in English? I don't even know what that is. Is that like a baby? Ooh. Honestly, I'm crazily happy. Speckbäckchen, yeah. I know it's that in German. How about these things? Is that a good nose if we... Ooh, wait. It's getting kind of annoying here to move these things. They are not nicely aligned, which is a pity. Baby fat, baby cheeks. Yeah, baby cheeks. That's what it is. Why are these bags so weirdly aligned? But yeah, we gotta do something else about the nose then, unfortunately. This thing might actually be too big. This is too small. I think in order to... We need to have something pointy. Don't we have anything pointy in here that we could use? Let's have a looky look. I mean, this is kind of crazily pointy. We don't need that. Maybe this tip over there. Is this flexi color? Can we just make that green as well? Okay, it's just these two that are green. Ah, this one is not. It's not a gremlin. Don't call Baby Yoda a gremlin. I mean, technically he is a gremlin, isn't he? Yeah, but the baby cheeks are really not as how they should be. So let's see if we can use this piece over here. Oh, I should copy because I may actually need this thing for something else. So let's see if that can help us bringing a little bit of baby cheeky in. That does actually help. That does actually help a little. And I'm not the biggest fan of the ears quite yet. So I think the ears will have to be done otherwise. It's a shame. It's a shame. Okay, so what we got to do is, oh my god, got to do this. Now it looks like a proper alien. So let's see. Ooh, wow. Some likes in the chat. Yes. Oh my god. So here we go. Just about that. That's kind of okay. Ah, my god, me. And then we're just gonna use a little bit more gray to the inner bit, and I'm not even sure where exactly, but like there's like another reflection maybe with the inner part of it. And then we're just gonna make that quite dark, just like a little bit. And then next to that, we're going to have another one that is even more dark, so on. Like, just like, come on. Just like that. Yeah, that's much better already. That's much better. Technically, we don't know Yoda Grogu species, so he could actually be a gremlin. Exactly. You know. And also, it's going to be, like, as soon as the ears are fine, it's going to be super cute. Just what we need is the nose now. That is actually everything we're missing right now is a good nose. So, who knows if... Sorry. So, that is... It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. I mean, we can just have a little... It's not pointy enough to make the nose good. I'm gonna use this like so. Also, is there... Like, I'm really... Okay, the backside is not too shabby. We will be able to just easily fix that by just having a couple of extra bits here. And then just bringing that up again. And just like so. I'm just gonna smooth that little backside of the head out as well. And we might... Oops. 1, 2, 3, whatever. Just already bring them over here as well. So just to give a bit of a nice pattern to it. I don't even know. He cross-eyed? He's cross-eyed. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, because it's parallel, obviously. I would need to make the... I would actually... You know what? I would need to get rid of the pairing of those. And just say none. And then I could just try to kind of make it so that it looks a little bit more realistic with both sides, you know? That would actually help, wouldn't it? Maybe the cone... we have for the ears. Yeah, I think... I mean, that looks definitely better, by the way. Yeah, I think what else we would need to use, yeah. The cone piece is... Was that the one that is so dramatically... I mean, this is that cone we used, right? But I'm not sure if this is... Just gonna plop that in again. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use this. I need something more pointy. Maybe actually, maybe this piece over here could do it. I think this is the piece I'm gonna use. Because that has the pointiest point here. So let's just bring you in. Is that the smallest scaling we have? Okay then. But fair enough, we can still get this in. So let's say mirrored and then let's go. Major Puri, how are you doing? Hello, good evening. What's up? Why is that emoji, huh? Why is that emoji? Tell us, please. Black eyed looks what? Black eyes look better? Aren't these eyes black? That almost sounds like Black Lives Matter. Black lives, black eyes better. And this is kind of working. This is giving Yoda nose vibes. Okay, so what we gotta do is we're gonna have to bring the bitty bit like here, and then I'm just going to build this from over here. Oh my god! So let's just copy this and then copy this down. Is that it? I think that's kind of good. FC Coasters UK, hello, good evening. I think that's about as best as I can get it. Just, I mean, just tilting the head and so on will make it look cute anyways. What we could do to make it a little bit better even is we could just try to give the cheeks a little bit more emphasis here. And then, you know, it's cold outside for Yoda there for a second. I mean, honestly, I quite like what I'm seeing. The only thing I could try to do is giving the eyes a little bit more of a area to be in. That technically they are a little bit too big, right? They are a little bit too big. So I think, as much as I love how that is looking, I almost feel like we have to shrink the eyes down a little bit more. So, just so I can select the right piece. Oh, come on. Man, I just 1, 2, 3. There you go. So just about scale these eyes a little smaller. And then they need to be wider from each other. So I'm just going to give this outside here a little bit more space. And that is okay. And then I will need to try and find the inner piece over here. How on earth will I ever be able to select that piece? Okay. Oh, that was exactly it. Well. Nope, not that one. I need this one. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, now let's see if I can just about give the whole eye a little bit more. Ooh, space to breathe. Ah, man. Okay, this is not it. Okay, so I think this is Dommel. Good evening, hello. Just like giving that even more space is important. And then just sink that in a little more, right? I think overall for the eye, that would be better to just have these things a little further down. I think that is actually the one thing that is going to improve this the most. So it's just like now bringing everything down as much as we can. And then this outside piece, if it will ever let me. Yeah. Okay, but that was a very good step. As much as I liked the version before, I like this a lot more. Now what we got to do is we need to get to the white piece. Okay, 1, 2. So let's just try and... Okay. So where is it? Okay, it's further down there. Just needs to be... Wow, oh my god. I think it actually is going to be too big anyway, so... As soon as I move it up... Yeah, I'm just going to leave it like so. Oh my god, that looks terrifying. Okay, let's maybe not do it. Hold on. I see FPS killer right there. Yeah, let's see. Wait, hold on. No way. There you go. Now let's delete this. And then same on this side. I need to just do this in a different way then. I have an idea how to do that better, but I think like as for the scale of the eyes, that is much better. I'm just wondering to make this a little bit more nice looking by just rounding the eye a little bit more. There we have it. Yeah, that is much better. Now it's much more round. What was the lighting? That was intense. That was like... Oh my god. That is great. Typical good job by me. Thank you, Jason Nachi. Thank you so much. There's a real killer there. Yeah. Okay, but that did actually improve this quite a lot. I think what's rather important now is also to give it... I think, you know... I think this is kind of how it needs to be, right? Also from the side, I'm quite proud of that, to be honest. Maybe we can think that in... But like this shape is not bad at all. Don't let you be fooled, but that is really good. Really, I'm really into it. Okay, I think what could make it look even better is if I get it done to just get these, like, because there's one thing that makes the whole thing feel not finished yet, and this is going to be these pieces here. Oh my god, I just need to, yeah, one is enough. Yeah, exactly. Too much scaling obviously could really save my little camel butt here. But I'm willing to try my best now without, for the moment. I may, at some point, have to wave the white flag, but at this point, I'm not, and so I'm just trying my best here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to try, there is like this upper wrinkle here, you know, that I'm just kind of trying to simulate now, and I'm not sure if I get it done, but I'm just willing to attempt this anyways. So it might not work because I have to do certain weird things here. But if it works, it's gonna be good. So let's do it this way. And then we have to just bring this one over and just completely try to do this. I mean, without the freaking like mirror option, I wouldn't do any of these things. Is this doing it better? I think it really does. I think it really helped. I may actually push this out a little more, and then just try to align that a little nicer here. Let's have a look. Yeah, that makes it overall look a bit more friendly, doesn't it? That makes it overall look a little bit more friendly. And I'm also like, if these nubsies down here, there you go. I could use you, say not mirrored. And I'm gonna make you white, but maybe not fully white. Let's go like tiny gray. Because these things, they're like more pointy, so I could give this a proper eye look. So what I'm going to do is like just... the bumpier it gets, the better. Yeah, right? So I'm just going to try to see if that sits well in here. And then let's see if I can just get a tiny... Is there like a tiny? It's not really tiny, is it? This is going to be as tiny as it goes, right? Okay, well, the mega tiny doesn't really change much. Yeah, I'm not like fully sold on that idea. Maybe I just gotta try to have that just in the eye here, and then also bring that to the other side as well. Let's see. Yeah, maybe we gotta fix that later. But like, as for our scene, the eyes will be closed anyway. So yeah, just let's have how his eyes have poked out enough today. Yeah, let's just ET is calling home. If planned, coast implement a feature that add 3D node on the surface on each end. If move middle node up and vertical, you can have. Yeah, I mean, at this point, then you would be in a 3D kind of editing software, I guess. The mouth a little bit more narrow. Yes, I'm with you. You're right. It just needs to either curl down a little bit more early or just be a bit more. I mean, we could just use this piece. Heh, done. That's the easiest way, right? That's the easy way. Sometimes we're gonna make our lives a little more easy. There is like, okay, what we could try is there's like this tiny lip below, and I think we could achieve that by just having that piece. That absolutely works. That absolutely works. Okay, cool. From over here, we need to go into the ears. And I'm very much not sure how to do that. I have an idea, but I'm not sure if I like it. Like these things, obviously, would work kind of, I guess, if you would be to bring these in. And we just like mirror it. But it just doesn't, it doesn't click with me. It does not work. That's just not Grogu. As much as I'm willing to believe, it's not. Yeah, I'm fearing that we gotta, maybe that wing can help us at least get the starting point. Let's have a look. That's the smallest it can get. Maybe this is already as best as we can make this work. So let's first of all say mirrored. Okay, well, we are done because that piece has a wrong. Would it actually work? I think it would not even have worked, would it? Absolutely not. Oh, damn. I mean, the next bit, like the body and so on, is going to be rather simple for me because I will just use a lot of the pieces that we have for clothing. Like clothing pieces will be easy with this piece. And then we just need to do some hands eventually. So as for the clothing bit and so on, that should not be too much of an issue. So we could just use that piece and then just scale it all the way up. Here we go. And then we're just going to make that. Like, I mean, we can already do so. So have a good feeling maybe. Is that the correct color? I mean, it's a lot more gray, isn't it? It's a lot more, it's muddy gray in a way. I think that's much more the color. Didn't look as bad as the rounded ones. Grogu in trivial and stay a child. Yeah. But what do you mean with the rounded ones? What did I miss? So, you know, that one. That just kind of works as like the stuff he's wearing, and then you do some proper arms out of this. You know, one is here and the other one will be there somehow. You know, somewhat like this would be the idea. And then you'd use these pieces, obviously, in a way smaller way to just kind of build together the proper arm, you know. There's like the proper arm coming out. And then maybe this piece needs to be a little smaller as well. Oh my god, where do you go? Excuse me? No. Do. Like, here we go. So this could also be fun if that works at the end of the day. I think for the statue he got these arms in front of his body, right? But yeah, for the moment that is fine. So that's with the arms, you know, and then you would need to, it's a baby. And then you would need to just have the lower bit. Maybe as it just looks like as if both feet were in here, and then we can just throw in more stuff like so. Like this cluster of claws and thorn, I guess would really does do the trick already. So yeah, obviously I would need to put this in the right position, and then I would also need to just kind of do that kind of, you know, what is that thing called here? It's not a scarf, obviously, it's that kind of lash around there. And I mean, you could then go completely crazy, you know, we could then, because these things can scale so freaking small, you could definitely do proper like applications here on the side to sell the idea even better, you know. We could just about make like a little arm piece of some sort where, you know, technically the hands would be coming out. So stuff like this is what makes the whole thing then look unique and stand out, I assume. Guys, let's not turn a baby into food. No, absolutely not. And I guess the way how Grogu is, he's not food. A dumpling. It's not a dumpling. Let's not call my friend Grogu a dumpling. It's not what it is. You guys not making fun of my little Grogu friend here. Don't you dare. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, that looks pretty damn good. That looks pretty damn good. I mean, the LODs, obviously... Oh my god. The LODs will be a disaster, but that's fine. That is just fine. What I will do is I'm just going to get rid of some of the big pieces, and then let's just rotate this thing, because that's kind of a nice template. So I'm just going to bring you down here. 49 likes. We almost like at 50 likes, guys. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. I am pretty thankful for all the wonderful lurks and people chilling out with me here. Okay, that's fantastic. I just needed that moment to do something else and not the ears right now. We come back to the ears in a bit. I think I'm going to use this piece now for the neck portion, because I have the feeling that this one looks a little cleaner, so we could use this to make like a nice little looking neck area, you know, kind of trying to just mimic exactly what it needs to be. Okay. You know what I mean? This is just exactly going. And then, I mean, he obviously has like some very oversized clothes going on here. So, and then there's this like one area where both, and now we could just make it look really cool if we just continue like so. I have to admit, guys, it's starting to look a lot better than I actually thought it's going to be today. Normally, I do really need a lot of time and silence to do stuff like this, but I gotta admit, this is going absolutely in the right direction. I'm willing to just change a couple of these applications here and bring them in a little closer. There you go. Maybe also meander them a little in. There you go. And just like so, that looks really good. That just looks really, really damn good. He's going to get a cup of tea. That would be fun too, but we are going to put him into this pose. It's going to be interesting to make this work, but I think that's... They're a bit brighter, you mean? I think it could also just be sunlight in here, to be honest. But that would be an easy fix, actually. I'm just going to leave it as is for now. I'm going to bring them together in a way, but that looks already pretty cool. I might need to do the arms a little bit differently, though. Let's just push this thing back a little. It's not too bad, though. It's not too bad. Can I do something with the rotation? Can I do something about the rotation? Does it change too much? Because it... Ah, dang it. I thought I could do a bit more about it, but like, let's do it that way. Just as if the arm was really in there. I kind of like that. It's okay if you stand back 50 feet and squint when I class. That's not true, Kane. It's not true. I think it's fair to say this is one of my better ways I've ever done a figure in this game. Like, honestly, it is really not that bad. It's not. So keep calm. I'm just wondering. It's too big, right? Just to get a bit of clean stuff in the middle. Like if I do it this way, is this poking? Oh yeah, it's way too thick. How about you? I mean, how about this piece? Okay, I mean, this piece isn't going to revolutionize the looks of it, but it's actually going to act as a good, like... Yeah, the closest are not there yet. Just relax. Like, the arms are good, but the clothes over here in the center, I don't feel them. Was a good test so far. But as for the rest, I'm just going to do it this way, and then we have to see how we do better closets around this central spline thingy over here. But I think that should be an easy solution. Maybe we are going to scale this thing up here dramatically. Let's have a look. Maybe we can get this as a... I think this will work. If we get this done properly, that's gonna work. Can even get some other texture colors in, but like, I think I'm just going to ever so slightly change this to the brighter Grogu the Hutt. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so I can just try to see that like so. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the wooden piece down there. Oh, but it's actually a lot more in the center, so that's kind of helpful. Because I think what we could do then is... that is more than helpful. Because I can just have these things as the legs then. That looks a lot more clean. And let me just see. Yeah, it's basically just that one frame. Okay, so what would need is if I just scale this a little smaller, and then we would be to cover these sides here. Like this. That's much better, isn't it? I think that's much better. It's not done yet, but it's definitely much better. So, what's going on? Hey, Rudy, thanks for making Positive 3C2 video. It really is a great game. Sometimes the community gets over the mad and doesn't DLC after a month and whatever. It's great. And that's a scary Grogu. Waldo. Slug Grogu. We are not done yet, okay? Just don't hate my Grogu. Much better, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely going to the good direction now. Don't you hate on my Grogu. Okay, like that is okay. How about this side? Okay, just going to rotate this PC around. And then just going to... I like how it's looking. People who hate Grogu needs timeout. Yeah, exactly. Don't you hate on my Grogu. If the ears are in, I think it's gonna look much better already. He's adorable. Yeah, he's maybe not quite yet there, but like we are working on it, okay? So I think what we could also do, we can just scale that a lot smaller. And now let's just do this and rotate that in. We can even create like this little lash in the middle, you know? Is it poking out to the back? It's not. Okay, so we can just about try our best here to create that lash. Let's see if it's sticking out now. It's not. Okay. So that little lash here in the middle could be... Sorry, I can't time out myself. Twitch won't allow it. I hate you. What about making that a little darker to get the contrast in better? Is that... Okay, I don't want to make it... Wait. Okay, I can't undo the color change, so I'm just going to do this like so. Okay. Oh, it's... Why did it automatically build it anyways? So... Here we go. Obviously, it's always poking out a little bit more because of the way it works. Okay. So it's giving it the whiter color as well. Grogu is cute in Lego. Yeah, the Lego Grogu is also kind of cute. Definitely is. Okay, but I'm willing to say for like the pieces we have and the size this thing is at, I mean, you know, look at this. This is the size we are working on. Therefore, I feel it's incredibly detailed and it's going in the absolute right direction. So what I'm also going to do is, oops, like so. And so, just as if there's a bit more cloth. Okay, that's just still doing its thing. And just going to do 51 likes. Yes, we passed the 50. That is good. That is very good. How long are we into? 2 hours. Okay, well, that's okay. That's a decent ratio, guys. That's a decent ratio. Okay. So that's like almost like a little bit of a different pattern to it. Yeah, why not? Does he not also... He has also that like back thing. How's that called again? Oh my god, I forgot. That thing that he can put a... It's like a hoodie thingy, right? I think... Is that thing a hoodie? I don't even know. It's not a hood though, but it's a hoodie. I'm just wondering, can I just need to click on these small things, which I seemingly can't do. But I'm willing to just about use this at the back too, so that it doesn't only look good at the front, but also at the back. You know, I'm just going to use this thing a little more here. There we go. There we go. Dark molds, baby. Mr. Brick Games Planko. Yeah, we have a stream of building Grogu. Oh my god. I'm just glad that we did it on stream, guys, because this thing, like the Razor Crest and so on, will be fun, but that thing is scary. Also, I'm just seeing that, like, okay, maybe we can keep that in because this is where the ears need to go anyways, but like this is poking out because of the eye over there. Doesn't really help, but it definitely is. So, okay, I'm going to attempt the ears now. And please don't hate me too much. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. 52 likes on the stream. Where am I? Very much appreciate that. So this one is not going to go either. This one we have tested. The icing, but I'm going to bring this over. This could be a very nice piece indeed. But it, oh wait, I think it cannot be, can it be mirrored? Like if this thing is going to be mirrored, I assume, yeah, exactly. That's what I was fearing. Okay. Okay, I think the only way properly doing the ear, and there's no way around this, is like using... Oops. You got this. You got this. Changing lights. That's what she said. It's gonna be hard. Oh my god. So I think these two pieces are the ones I will need. So that is the one piece we don't have in the group, right? Yeah. So it's gonna be... Wait. Hold on. Attached to moving platform. Yeah, there you go. So this, and then we will also need... I think I also have them in my area. There is like this one piece with a... What's that though? Yeah, okay. I have an idea exactly how to do it. I have an idea how exactly this is going to be done. So let's zoom over. I have the piece in here. There's that piece. So that one comes with us to the platform. And now it's a thing from these three pieces. So the main idea is to... And therefore I'm just going to bring this down again. I need to have this closer to my picture here. I mean, we went a little bit too big, but it's okay. So yeah, apparently we are going to use this piece and we're going to say mirrored. We're going to start with being as precise as we can be. And we're going to have this thing slightly pushed to the back. So here we go. So the ear is somewhat attached here. Right? So somewhat here. Now, if I get it done this way, this could help me build this thing at least a little. So, and maybe we do this tip here. Are these long enough? I guess they are long enough. Now, what we will do is we're just going to follow this thing down here. And I think we are going to use the straight piece afterwards again. So here we go. And then we have to already bring this just kind of roundiness bit back in here. So that's just the beginning of it. So the form, I think the form is okay. The tilt is okay. So far, so good. That was the easy bit. Now we're going to do this, and we're going to have to find out. So mirrored is fine. And now we have to just kind of use this piece to get a bit of thickness to the top. You know, that's going to be the top layer here. And I'm hoping that I will be able to just give this ever so slightly the bit I want it to be. Now we have to find the color that matches the best with it. Oh boy. It goes more into that kind of green. I think that's fine. And this is definitely the smallest we can get it. Yeah, okay. So now this is kind of what we can do. And now as for the tip, we do it this way. Oh my god. Okay. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. We are still not done. We are still not done. I'm wondering if I can do something with these pieces. Okay, let's try. Maybe that works. So obviously there needs to be some sort of connection here. Okay, it's not too bad actually. It now actually looks like Grogu. Yeah, it's getting there, right? It's getting there. Just trying my best here to get this done. The ears are really the biggest issue we have, but I'm trying my best to just kind of work around this issue. Right. And now let's just attempt to give this a little bit of a connection so it doesn't look as harsh, you know what I mean? Just gonna bring this slightly in and do this here as well. It's kind of like, yeah, that actually helps. That actually helps. And I'm now wondering, can I... I can't get this smaller, can I? I wish, but it's poking out to the backside. I'm very certain it does. Oh, but it doesn't even look too bad. It looks like as if these ears there have a bit of a thing there. What about Gizmo? What does the answer Gizmo mean? Okay, so that is really good. That is really, really good. There's not much I can do. There's not really much I can do about it. So, I had one more idea, and I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but we are going to test anyhow. It's mirrored, and if we get this in some sort of a... Nah, I think that's kind of the color we go for. Like so. And then just instead of... Is this aligned properly? Yeah, it is, but it could definitely go a little bit more in there, right? Just bring this in more. Okay. And then... So it's just like that very thin space between... Gizmo the Magui, the Gremlins movie. It's too long ago. Yeah, but you know why Gizmo? I was like the Gizmo in game. This is why I was like so. What are you even talking about? Okay, I'm kind of sold on the idea to make the ears like that, but there is still one thing. Can I get this? If I get this better. If there's a way to get this more smooth on top here, that would be insane. Mogwai, yeah. Now I'm with you. So we need just a piece that is going to go there. Okay, so basically, by the way, this does work. These two don't work. Got to do this with the normal ones, I guess. With a normal sphere. Is that the one I can use now? Excuse me, like this, not mirrored, not rational, none. It's going to just quickly put this in. Let's do it that way. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Even though I might try to... I think that's better. Yeah, that's better. That's better. I would also take the ears like that, but there is, because of the way I made this look. I need to do. Okay, so is there anything smaller than that? Ooh, guys. We are almost there. We are almost there. This is fine, but it doesn't have that tip. They are like, this could work. Hold on, that is pretty small. So this, oh, it's oh my. Okay, but I think this is the piece. This definitely might be the piece. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's gonna be that dark or not, but this is, my friends, this is the piece I was looking for. This is doing the job. So we have that little bit of a thicker tip here, which is not too bad because it does fit right in. And now we are just going to bring this in so it does go along with the upper side here. Just as like almost like a lip piece. This is the way exactly. Yeah, there you go, guys. This is it. This is it. This is the way. This is the way. And then just about move this out again. Can I just, if I do it a little bit over here, that is fine. And then just move that piece. Oh my god. Oh my god, that just made Grogu look like Grogu. Okay, okay, now let's go that extra step. Editable text, where is it? There it is. There you go. And we're just going to do n dot. There we have it. Just gonna make this ever so much more. There you have that, and make that dot smaller. Now the question is, how do you look mirrored? It just kind of works. It would need to be a bit smaller. Okay, it doesn't work. I'm gonna do it both sides, and that's fine. Is it floating in front? No, it's not. Okay, 54 likes. I like the point and the thin part, to be honest. I like the point of the thin part. Yeah, it just doesn't really. It's good this time around, right? Okay, so just the idea was to give it like the final touch of color in the ear, if you know what I mean, if that makes any sense. But I think it does work wonders if it's like a little bit, you know, just a tiny bit here. Should be smaller as well. Oh boy, yes. Yes! Oh my god. Okay, so look at that. Look from over here. That is ridiculous. That is really much better than I thought it's gonna be. Oh boy, look at that. Look at that, guys. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Okay, fair play. I have not expected this to be that good. Okay, thank you for the sub. Gabriel Fernandez Cornejo. Or is it Gabriel Fernandez Cornejo? I have no idea how to pronounce that in Spanish. If that is Spanish, anyways. Major Pooty, can't see the lines. Yeah, Russ, what? Boom, 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 a boom, boom, a boom, boom, a boom, boom, a boom, 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 boom. Right, okay. So I was distracted for a moment. I was TikToking. I'm sorry. We could try to give it a proper neck now. Because that is the whole build. And I think if I click on this one, we can just about position that one better. And then we're just gonna go inside of that thing. I think we just... Wait, hold on. Wait, why is this thing... Sometimes I really don't know what that is. And everyone now has a motion sickness. Whatever. Okay, so that's fine. Obviously. Oh yeah, I forgot that this is just one side. Hold on. So there we go. And then I thought, because if we're in this building over here, we're gonna use this poopy thingy. Oh my god, why is this a line here? Oh, we can actually use the icing. The icing should also do the trick. We can even just like make that brighter, right? Whatever. No, let's just confirm. And now let's bring the icing. Oh my god, why is it so dark in comparison? Like this is going to be the neck. Even though, yeah, there you go. That's much better. It gives the neck. Actually, I'm just going to make that a little brighter here. There you go. Oh, hold on. So we're gonna put the neck here, or maybe a little bit more here, and then we should bring Grogu in a more nice position in terms of, you know, having the head at the right position. I like the head as is, but there are a couple of things we need to change, I assume. So first things first, it should be sitting on the neck. Fine, we did this. Now let's edit a couple of things in here. Why can I not go in here with double tap? I'm like, really, do I always have to click attach scenery? That doesn't make... Kumo or Guna. Yeah, it's good Abend. I wonder if we can just make the ears rotate a little inwards, you know, like so. Does this... Wait, are these... I haven't seen that I made these things not aligned properly. Wait. They need to be properly aligned, my friends. Yeah, much better. Also, I didn't need two of them. I'm just gonna make this a little cleaner here, I guess. Like so. And like so. That is really cool because it gives that like head form. Even though I must admit that what I guess would make the whole thing better is if I give Grogu a little bit of a uplift here in the center, just to have that tiny bit bolder, taller head about there. Yeah, there you go. And what we need to do is we're just gonna... I thought that is gonna be happening anyway, so I'm just going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I get that one in the middle as well? Oh, what is it? What about that piece? I did not mean to have that one in. Are you kidding me? So, what about selecting this, this, this? How am I? How much? Okay, well, never mind then. So I'm just going to try to bring this in a little bit more nicely everywhere. So is this helping the head? It's not distracting, so it's actually helping. So, and then we're going to do this on the other side too, to make the head overall a lot more round, not round, but like shaped, you know what I mean? We're gonna give it the proper Grogu / Yoda species head, which can be done with these pieces rather nicely, I believe. So look at that. I think this is gonna be very nice. Makes the whole thing, and this is where the neck sits in. Yeah, I mean the neck is definitely gonna kill it the way it's in. This looks even cool with these things, but it definitely has to be much brighter. Brighter and greener. That's more like it. That's more like it. Okay, so I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very happy with how it turns out so far. We're gonna have to kind of cover up these ugly little bips over here. Because, like, no one likes these things. So, wow. I'm wondering... Nope. Just undo. So, what about... Can I do something about this with you guys yourself? I think that's that. And now if you were to give me a proper... Oh god. To be honest, that looks really cool. That looks really like the kind of Yoda or whatever species they are vibe. Honestly, I've not expected this at all. And yes, I know that Kane is going to be upset and says still that this doesn't look any good. But I don't mind. This looks really damn good. Okay, as for the hands, I feel like we don't really have that much options anyways. We're gonna just plop together a hand real quick. So my idea was, because like they are very much obvious how they're done. So I mean, there are not too many small pieces in here. So what I will need to do is I will need to use again this piece and then just kind of try to make it work as a finger as best as I can. So like this, and then just turn it around like so. This is like kind of the, it's gonna be a very oversized hand at this point. But what am I supposed to do? There's really not that much I can do. Is there like a tiny piece we can use? Weep. These are about the tiniest things we have in the game, right? Yeah, we are already working with some of the most tiny things in the game. So there's really not that much I can do about this as for the tip of the finger. So I'm gonna do it this way then. So yeah, I mean, as I said, there's not really much I can do about this. Let's just do it that way. And then just kind of try to make this a bit more like... Ken is tired as well. Ken is saying anything, just trying to stay awake. Okay, so how about the other guys in chat? Who's still awake? Who's having a good time? Give me a little, please give me a little hoof up or whatever in the chat, so I know who is still with us. That would be fun. Does Grogu have only 3 hands, or is there like a thumb as well? I think it's 3 hands plus a thumb, right? And these ones over here are much smaller and shorter anyways, so I'm just going to try my best to mimic that. It's like this kind of typical Yoda hand, right? And then there's like this one thumb here. That is always the super short and super annoying one, right? I'm not sure if that's there. Woot woot! Peace and pass. Good evening to you. Or Mac. Is that Mac? I think Mac pass it is. Alright. God. Awake and watching. Yee! Only 18:30 in Virginia. Oh my, that's a good time. That is a good time. I need to double check Yoda. Oh, like... How's the hand? Oh, it's just 3 fingers. It's just these 3 fingers, and... Yeah, not sure what I should do. Honestly, I could also just go with these. How does this look if I at least... Yeah, I can't really do much about this rotation also. A period from the character set. As for the tip, you mean? That could work, yeah. From the editable text, you know? Ah, yeah. I mean, this is the period, right? Can't really get this any smaller, can I? No. That's as small as it gets. Like, these things are very tiny indeed. They can maybe help out as for nice palm of the hand again. That's what they can really help with. Like maybe like this, you know, getting in. Let's say 11 maybe. Also kind of annoying that it's not focusing. There you have it. Hello. Focus on what I'm building, camera. I know I'm super close, but still. I mean, surprisingly enough, that works. It just gives the hand at least a little bit of character, you know. Are you planning to make Grogu move? Yeah, I wanted to, but I will have to start to talk to Taggy because at this size, there's no way I can hide some motors in it. You can see that's already the smallest motor I can have there. I don't like the green. Just gonna make that a bit more green here. That's good. I mean, the head turn around and so on. That's not really the biggest problem we have, but you know. Wait, I need to see. Yeah, this is the direction I wanted to have it. Okay. Let's just bring him in and pretend these are the hands. I mean, we have to just completely redo the whole thing for the version we have sitting there, but still. Okay. Okay, we are almost done with the statue. That is absolute fire. Okay, I think at this point, I'm just gonna get rid of all the other stuff here. Just to see how clean we've come. And now we can just about have Grogu stand on the ground here. Let's bring him next to our Grogu. Oh boy. That is just as good as it could be, right? And then if I go in, I mean, I think what is pretty much a good thing is I could just bring the head ever so much more down. And now the question, it's gonna be hilarious, but the question is like, you can obviously just rotate the head a little bit as it is in that situation here. And look, it's just already giving another little vibe. And if you go to like loop and say ultra slow, it's gonna I mean, see, the point is it's gonna rotate its head, which is good. But I think it needs to have definitely like a oh my god, like a different type of like oscillates slow. Yeah, we just like quarter. The only thing we have is quarter. I mean, what would make the whole thing look a little better is if I were to just rotate this from the get-go and then have it like so. That kind of doesn't sit right. Is it sitting right now? It's kind of like this side is good, but that little bump over here obviously is kind of annoying. Yeah, it's just like what you can do, right? There's really not, I mean, there's really not that much you can do. This is just the animation you can have, which I'm kind of happy with. Okay, this is our Grogu 1. Let's copy this fellow over here as well. Oops. I mean, you can also, obviously you could plop it now on a, hold on. Just gonna do this real quick. And obviously pause the game real quick. So apparently what you could do is add to building on. Ah yeah, it's because of the normal camera mode. It's so odd that you can only have that on the normal camera mode. It's so odd. So, and then you have Wee. It's like this. It's not really nicely aligned. Oh my god, it's somewhat... Okay. So like that, and then let's say ultra slow. Oh my god. Is this more Grogu? Sup King? Favor underscore TV. Hello, how you doing? Can Grogu come walk to us now? Oh my god. This is scary as F. I have. This is so scary. Look at that. And now if you were to just like move the hand as well, that would be kind of hilarious. Okay, never mind. I'm just going to delete that nightmare. Okay, so come on over here. It's a smooth Grogurator. It is a smooth Grogurator. You know what's actually a problem? I would need to undo... Yeah, okay. I'm gonna fix this in a different way then. Okay, so let's just deactivate you and bring you back into the position we need, because this thing is not straight anymore, but it's okay. I mean, we can deal with this. Fine. Okay, so this is let's do the easy fix first, and I think this needs to be done by just bringing this up and then making this seem like as if he's like sitting in a way. This should work if yeah, and this is what I thought. I have to just kind of, I will trick this a little bit by, so that looks like as if he's sitting, which is good, but I will need to have one thing to the back that looks like, because he's sitting, he makes like a bit of a, has like a bit of a bump on the back there. There's no way around this. I'm just gonna do it this way. So here goes the little clothing being a little bit thicker on the back, which, you know, in sitting is kind of normal, so that's good. And now the question is, like, as we can tell, he's sitting like this. So a couple of fixes. Oh my god, a couple of fixes, and hopefully we can select all the stuff here on the side. Oh my god. Okay, let's see. What did I grab? Okay. I did grab a couple of pieces here from the side. They don't matter that much. Okay, fine. But what matters quite a lot is the upper stuff here. That needs to go back. And then go back in here. Okay, cool. That's that. And now let's see that we can grab the other side. Maybe I can get this done without selecting everything here. Come on. And now let's see. Okay, fair enough. That's just the arm. And then we're just going to, oh my god. Is there just one more? There's one more, right? There's just one more. Never mind. I'm just going to bring this over. So where is this been from? There, okay. Let's move this into position. Fair enough. Just 30 minutes later, looking great now. Thank you. Yeah, we are just about to do, hopefully, the now meditating pose. So just like this. Just gonna bring this. Oops. What? The gizmo is so odd right now. Let's just about put this. Is that correct? Somehow I need to do even more. Yeah, there you go. That is about as good as I can be. Let's just plop that a little further over. Yeah, there you go. And now let's do the same thing with this side. Oh my god. I'm like very much so concentrated right now. It's insane. That's that. Yeah, he's gonna go on the trunk in a bit. Don't worry. Just going to hide. Oops. Because we have to just bring that arm over here again. Even the arms and stuff look properly done now. Ooh, there's some stuff gone here, but it's okay. Gonna fix this really quick. Ooh, who would have thought that we are going to do this today? At least not. That was again that little boom. What is that? What is this? This is like, that is scary stuff. Have you seen the light flare or whatever? That is just like, has something happened on the stream? Oh, that's a subscriber. Okay, Brody K. I think it might has to do with a subscriber on YouTube. It could be a new default alert about YouTube, I guess. Because no one else has done a sub or a membership today. They should also have proper alerts as well. But I think we are at the maximum of members and subs right now. As you can see, 59. We are not going to get any higher unless you guys have some prime subs to give today. I would obviously appreciate, but you don't have to. So that is that. Okay, now we're going to edit the head. And this is going to be a bit of an interesting one. So we have to lean the ears in a lot more as he's in that like very concentrated pose. And then, didn't we lean those with us? Oh, okay. Okay, that's much better. So they are let the force guide you. Yeah. And now we're gonna have to close the eyes. And I think the easiest way of doing this is really just, oh my god. First of all, get rid of these things. And now the question is it the easiest way to just make that... oh my god, thank you for the super chat. That is so... Pedro Rilo, thank you so much. Thank you. That is very much appreciated. And now the question is that enough to make it look like... He got his eyes closed. I think it's... Also, that is British dollar. Oh my god. Pound it is. British dollar. Oh my god. I'm so stupid. Obviously, it's pound. Sorry, I mean. So I would actually... Maybe. That is good. That is really damn good. And now, let's just select the whole head and lean it forward. Right? Is that leaning forward? Oh yeah, absolutely. Even more than like this. Oh my goodness me. Okay, I got to do one thing just to see it, okay? I think that will look absolutely... It's this kind of levering piece, right? It just doesn't matter. Wait. Let's just try to get this thing as good as possible in here. Wait. Why is it so... Huh? No, 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 not just a head. I need to just click it. Wait. Where's what now? Okay. This is so weird. What the heck? I have no idea what's happening here, guys. Okay, so this is a bit weird. Oh, thank you for the sub. Welcome on in. Treble Lessons LL_PC. There's a lot in there. Can I just... Okay, oh my god, this is position snap that just doesn't do anything. Okay, so, hold on. I just want to be able to... The camera was just doing odd stuff over here. That's so cool. Thank you for the prime. Absolutely wonderful. Row dashing, thank you. So, okay, we're gonna go and put this in here now. Okay, so that's what I wanted to do. And this is loop and default, yes. Okay, I guess what you would need to do is ultra slow. That is looking so cool. That is looking so freaking cool, isn't it? Oh, there are also like moving parts in here. Good to know. What the heck? Are these wall pieces broken, by the way? Wait, is this the pirate? So, Frontier. Why is there legit one set that is... What? That makes... Yeah, that's me. Ignore that name. Okay, come on, mate. You're gonna go. You're gonna go. You are going to go here now. And this is what I said earlier. I believe we will have to make it bigger to make that work properly. So it is kind of cool. Don't get me wrong. But as for the effect, I think we need to make Grogu a little bit bigger up here. I think that's gonna look absolutely fantastic here. As for the... Like, this is exactly... Like, if you're standing here first person... Yeah, it needs to be better, bigger. But it looks so cool. It looks so cool. This is like the absolute highlight of it all, right? It is so freaking cool. We're gonna have to put something on top there so it is a bit more in the foreground. So, like standing over here, we will need to have something here that is very nice and maybe some stuff, maybe some other plant. I don't know. Maybe I can just about... make that go there. I think that helps to make it pop a little better. Even though it's like green on green, but it's fine. A single wall size scale to another. Yep, that's Frontier being random again. Yeah, exactly. Most impressive. Thank you. So let's have a looky look if I click on here and I scale it. That's what I was fearing. So do I need to... Can I scale... Okay, I can't scale when I'm here, but I'm like... That's a shame. And I do think I know why. Because when I scale the head now, yeah. So I would need to go in here and then attach scenery. Obviously the problem is that when I, as you can see, I can scale the head a little, but I would need to, first of all, you know what, I think Grogu is gonna stay the way it does. It's a shame actually, but I think it's the way it has to be. I thought I will be able to scale that thing a little nicer. But obviously, you cannot scale it so easily. I mean, what about you, mate? Yeah, you can't scale them together because it's that piece on a platform. So what you would need to do is like use the old trick of copying now only the right hand side over, and then obviously you have to just add this to another building. When I could switch that in here, bring that over, and then just go back to this one. And now let's select the other side. Now you're just gonna select all of that one, bring that over again, put it back into that group, and then we would need to just about try our best to bring this together, which is more often than not almost impossible to do this, but I can try my best here to do. Oh god. Yeah, as I said, it's almost impossible because you're most likely are not getting all the pieces selected. Yeah, it's the question really is if we are going to scale or if we are just going to just kind of continue with that theme a little bit more individually. And we have Grogu like standing here next to the entrance anyways. Maybe like here, so like that. Okay, fantastic. I think that was really, really, really great stuff today, guys. Oh boy. Okay, so let's get rid of this thing. And we're going to absolutely bring this thing to the workshop now. Can I have this here? So let's create a blueprint out of here. Create a new blueprint. And I'm going to say Grogu by Eyes Open by Rudy. Have a little Grogu enjoy. And then, yeah, apply. Save blueprint. Okay, fine. And then we also have you. And we're gonna, wait. Why can I not? What? Okay, so if I click on this with the normal selection, I can't do a blueprint, but if I click it with the multi-select, I can all of a sudden create a blueprint out of this. This is wild. Let's see if I can find a bit of a better. Yeah. That's so wild. Like it's either. I must admit, I almost like. There's like no setting in which it's, whatever. Yeah, let's do it that way. It's fine. Meditating Grogu by Rudy. Have yourself a merry a meditating little Grogu. Scenery. Apply. Save blueprint. Yeah, I'm not gonna upload them right now. I'm gonna upload them with the release of this full set over here. But I gotta admit, this is just fantastic. I mean, put your YouTube and Twitch in the description. It is kind of in the description of my workshop file, but yeah, you could actually say that's a good idea. So what up next is the question. Definitely nothing today, but I think I did do my biggest thing I wanted to do. The movie is being released in 5 days, I believe it is, from today. So I will work quite a bit on this creation, because I want to have it out by next weekend. Now, it definitely the next bit I'm going to do, as this is now fully done, unless, I don't know, that's not true actually, the pots need to be done, but I hope they will be a bit more simple. With all these simple pieces, small pieces, and the mirroring tool, that's gonna be relatively easy, I believe, to do that pot, because like there's a lot of small pieces I can use to just, you know, do that form factor. I'm not fearing this too much, to be honest, I guess. Yeah, and then I will just kind of create this building here with the hat. This is going to be very much just having like the roof will have the outline of this and this, and then up here the hat as well. The center is going to stay open, and I will just have some framework that goes in here. And what we will have to do though is we will have to have this relatively in the center, that center here, because that's where the Razor Crest is going to be on. We will have to just get rid with this hoop tower and just maybe have some stuff on the sides here, maybe here and here, I don't know yet, stuff like that. And then on here is going to be the Razor Crest. It's going to be that thing. And again, I think this one is also going to be relatively easy with the mirroring. I will basically create the engine twice, and the rest is going to be the piece itself. So the engine is going to be also be built with the rotational trick kind of thing, and then I'm going to use to do this and attach that one to the other. I think that is going to work relatively nicely though. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun build, I guess. It's gonna be a fun build. I am also still debating with myself how I do this. Like the inner engine could rotate and could look really cool, but the whole thing has to be somewhat editable. So that's gonna be standing on here on top of it, and then just like if you look from above, I still want this to be the Mandalorian head. The interior of this building will not be like crazily themed. I'm gonna give it like a bit of Star Wars feel, but not too much, because the star of the show should be outside. And then I'm also going to do this 80-80 leg. It's gonna be quite a bit. It's gonna be not as easy to do until next week, so I guess on Tuesday and on I'm not even sure if we stream tomorrow. We might actually stream tomorrow, but that's going to be more of a spontaneous decision, I have to say. So let's see. Depends on how fit I am, and you know, maybe we do keep on working. But if we stream tomorrow, we may actually, you know what, let me save first of all this park. Grogu 3. So we can actually double check if this is saved. So you guys have answered the poll on my channel, which I'm going to quickly double check. There we have it. So we can actually double check this real quick. So coaster. So the color of the coaster is definitely going to be purple. That is an easy fix though. And then we also have the material for the station. It's going to be wood. Then we also have a water interaction element and a dark ride section. Very interesting as well. And it's going to be themed after an owl. So we might actually do this for the next stream and just get in here with these changes. So obviously this change to, you know, get this in a purple, royal purple, is another quite easy one, I would believe. Also, we could try to make this more like lilac colored, which I guess is kind of cool. And it could go very nice with white beams, but I'm not sure if I want to go with white beams because they technically would get dirty rather quickly. But that's like a nice idea. You could do something very interesting with that. But as for an owl, I could also see myself using, I think this is like very dark, right? Is that the rail? Yeah, the rail outside could be very dark. And then the question is, wouldn't we go with like dark fooders like this? I guess I'd like this even more, but that's definitely something for the next stream, to go and make this. And then the question is, do we go for a normal kind of owl color, or do we go for another one? What we do actually have to do is, by the way, because this is still the themed version, which is basically a raven, we obviously would need to go and have the standard one. It's that one, right? Yeah. So that's the standard one, obviously, we're going to work with. And then we're going to attach a couple of things. By the way, can we still use that wing maybe? And then, obviously, that's a raven wing, but I feel almost like, with a bit of trickery, we could turn that into an owl's. I think this is going to work. I think this is going to be fun. We could actually make like a really nice owl kind of creation for this coaster in here. I think that coaster train could be very, very neat. A snow owl. Yeah, I believe a snow owl would be the best. And we can recolor that, right? Yeah. It's just like how many different elements we get in. Because obviously a snow owl has a very interesting pattern. Like this. And then this one is almost like... Yeah, okay, it does definitely work. So if I go with this, that definitely will work. And then put a couple of other extras in here. And from the other side, yeah, that's gonna look good. That's like gonna look good. I mean, the head of it will be a disaster, but the rest of it will be really, really cool. And then the coaster car itself, in terms of colors, is going to be very much white, gray, kind of styled like this or so. I think this is going to be really cool. This is going to be a lovely, lovely coaster. This is like, I can't wait to see how this whole area here is going to turn out. The whole park, I think, is going strongly. I will have to make like a central axis. Because the pathway is kind of a problem at the moment, because we do have like a bit of a hiccup here. This is not too bad, you know, this is still a good way to path through, but we don't really have a, like, you know, user flow wise, we come in here with like a huge plaza, which is all good, and it goes into a huge area here, all good, you know, no big deal. And this whole path area over here is also fine. And the transition down here is already problematic, but especially the transition into the other area. So I think I have to make this all a lot wider, and then make this all go very much in here, so that there is like a central connection to this area, and we have to also get the central connection from over here, so that we do have two main areas to go through, and then this is going to reconnect over here. So we've got three main arterias basically to, you know, connect them all. I think this is rather important to be done. Anyhow, we are 3 hours in, and I have enjoyed this stream quite a lot, but it's time to go to bed, and it's time to recover. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I certainly did enjoy the stream a lot today. We did little Grogu, which was amazing, and I would love to see you next time around. Again, maybe sit with me tomorrow. That's going to be fun. But until then, have a good time. Goodbye.